What are you doing?
Yo, what up, everybody?
Happy Thursday.
It's a good Thursday, isn't it?
Well, today's actually Thursday.
You what?
Today's actually Thursday.
It is Thursday, not Tuesday.
Right. It's Thursday.
It
So we
is.
have Freedom Fam.
Aren't you excited?
That it's Thursday?
And Freedom Fam.
And Freedom Fam. It's my most favorite days of the week to hang out with your dumbass.
Oh, dumbass.
Yeah.
How you gonna just go there like that?
That's
fucked up.
So I asked you something Tuesday night.
But you didn't really ask.
Well, no, I presented you with your dare.
Yeah.
We have a video of you responding to your dare.
We do.
Shall we play it?
Go for it.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? As you guys know, I took a dare from Kat. That dare involves Walmart. And I'm supposed to go to the cashiers and yell, "God bless." I can't even say it. Anyways, it was either that or donate. So as you guys see, I donated. Of course, to EDS. You see, it's just not in my blood to be able to yell something so foul in my life in public like this. I mean, here I am in front of the cash registers. Who the hell would yell something like that? I mean, what kind of person would yell something so foul like, "God bless Ukraine"? Huh? Dare complete. Don't ever dare me to do anything in Walmart again. And I donated just because.
All right. Good job. Good job. Here is would you like my critique, my personal opinions?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel like that wasn't technically a yell. It was just it was like
that's what I was telling
like
Dana.
an emotional statement.
No, trust me, like, well, I guess you don't have to trust me, but like
I
told
mean, I have video evidence. Your voice tone stayed pretty much the same. I mean, it did elevate a few. I said it elevated a few, but for it to constitute as like a yell, I just. But that's why. I mean, but you donated too, so like it evened out.
Of course, it did.
It evened out.
The amount of dirty looks I've received confirms that it was more.
Did you get dirty looks?
Hell yeah, I did. There was some dude with like a Vietnam hat too. Like,
oh no!
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Did you apologize?
Hell no! I just kept walking. Ain't no.
I would have made some shut up. I would have been like, "Sorry, I have this neurological thing. We're not sure what's going on right now."
Tourette's. Oh, there was absolutely all the registers.
There were people around. I did see there were,
The problem is, so the way that this Walmart, they just redid everything, and the way that this Walmart is it's like way more self-checkouts than there is anything else now.
Ours too.
And so
does yours look like a FEMA camp is being built out in front of it too?
Yeah.
Ours has some weird FEMA camp looking thing out front. It makes me nervous. Ukrainian Tourette's.
This is true.
Right. I mean, it's you. I think that when you walk into the local Walmart, it's like some kind of like alarm goes off, like that guy's back.
Yeah, Ukraine Tourette's.
Oh, yeah. Amber Lynn. See, that would have been better. I should have added that. Yeah, that should have been a part of it.
How do you do the loudspeakers?
You know what? I think that they've removed a lot of those phones from grocery stores. There used to be little phones. Target still has a few. Cats.
Target does?
Target has a few. Yeah.
Target's too uptight for me.
Target's too uptight for me. I won't go in there. Although I saw on TikTok recently that if you go into a Target, Starbucks, I don't know if it's true, so we'll need someone to try this, but that you get free refills. And I feel like it's not true.
Yeah, the amount of self-checkouts now at Walmart is ridiculous. And the problem is, like, the weird thing is like they got all these brand new monitors and brand new checkouts and everything. So if you have self-checkout open, why are every single one of them open?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know, but I feel like my shopping experiences are like killing me slowly due to lack of human interaction at the checkout.
100%.
Like even just something that small has like removed us socially from each other even more.
Well,
like,
Dana gets annoyed with me because like we'll have like 3 items in the shopping cart and we'll wait in line.
Yeah, I'll wait in line just to get a person because for me,
I'm not an employee.
Right.
I don't get no discount for self-checking myself out or anything like that. So
I feel like you should get like at least the employee discount when you do self-checkout.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So what's going on over there on the old TikTok?
I've kind of not been on it a lot, to be honest with you.
What?
Like I've posted a little bit. Well, I'm in another flare. So that's, fun times had by all. And with you having like things that you're doing out of the house now, I have a lot of free time. I just have a lot of free time. So I've been sleeping a lot. So I don't do a whole lot of the ticky-tacky. My internet is driving me up the wazoo right now. But I mean, same old, same old. A lot of people making a big deal out of things that don't really need to be made a big deal out of. I've noticed even like some peeps that like I was cool with start doing like some shady shit. And then like that's kind of getting called out. I just like how it can get to your head. Like we can all just acknowledge that this does in fact get to people. Especially when you're talked about like constantly. So it gets to you, and sometimes your behavior
Hey, Annie.
a little skewed. Hey, Annie. So I think it's just more I'm seeing it get to people the way that I let it get to me at one point. And it's very frustrating because like you want to tell them like, yo, but you can't tell someone when it's in their head like that. Like you couldn't have told me just to let it go when I was all upset about stuff. So it's just kind of a mess. That blind react pulled me in with Gru. I don't know what that is. Right. Like people that I was cool with, like are now becoming like it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a little sad.
Well, I can tell you, like, I've got full-blown trolls over on Instagram now, so
You're just so happy.
I'm loving it over there.
You got a friend request from a Grammy nominee today.
Who is he?
I don't know who that is. Like you sent it to me, and I have no idea what it is.
I didn't even know what a Grammy.
I have therapy tomorrow, so I'm getting all my shit out tonight. I love that for you, Scrappy. That's kind of like you're working like a Catholic confession there. Like you're just getting it all out and then you're going to confess it in the morning.
Do y'all know?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Grammy award.
Well, he was a nominee. He didn't win. But I mean, some say that being nominated in itself is an honor.
Y'all know who this is?
We don't know who it is.
Well, I don't know if Scrappy's saying yes to.
Scrappy is saying yes, that she's using therapy like a confessional at a Catholic church. Troll told me to eat a cupcake. Yeah. Texas Troll told you to eat a cupcake?
Oh, yeah. My trolls are awesome over there, man. I'm telling you. Like, I don't know how I sniff them out, but must be this
it's the nose.
It's the nose.
It's the nose. The famous nose. It just lures them in. Adam's still being weird. That's still going on TikTok.
Still? Oh, wow.
Yeah, like still. We're still talking about a woman who passed away in October and weaponizing that. Still doing a lot of that.
Can't imagine. Can't imagine that. Like,
yep. Oh, Brummage is back.
Yeah, you showed me that today.
Brummage is back. So like that low key made me laugh because I was like, "Ooh, one of the crazy ones is back." But yeah, that happened. Brummage came at me. I don't know what he was trying to say. He just like made some shitty comments about me being sick forever and then talked about how he's got like 10 million views and then accused me of buying my followers because there's no way that I have that many followers with that little views. I don't know. It was very weird. And then he was like, but TikTok's going to be gone and you won't be relevant. And I'm like, oh, okay, then that works for you too, dude. What up?
Right.
He's a wild one.
Bruh age.
Yeah, that guy. That guy came back. That guy came back. And for the most part, I did like one clap back just because there was a lady that like said some rude shit on Brummag's video, but then came over to one of my videos, like acting all interested and caring.
Oh.
I showed you that one, but
kind of like Adam's new people do.
Kind of like what?
Adam's new friends do. They play
yeah. That is just like, for a while it was like watching a car crash. But now it's like I've been just staring at the same car crash, so it gets old. But I just like what I don't like is that now I did, yes. Is that now it's like he has moved over to Bunny, which just annoys me. Like, I can't stand it when people like I'm like anybody else. If you're gonna be like super mean to one of my friends, it's gonna make me way more mad. Like, obviously, it's your friend, you care about them. So yeah, he's been, but I mean, I think that's all. That's all I can think of. I mean, I'm sure some people in the comments.
Is he still on his self-diagnosed autism?
I believe so. Yeah, like nothing's changed about that. I already said my piece about self-diagnosing, though. I have a different opinion on it than a lot of you guys. Better not pick on our DJ.
No.
I don't want to talk about S. Jester. I feel so weird about that. Like, I have just like conflicting feelings.
What's S. Jester?
So S. Jester, I guess we'll talk about it a little bit just because I acknowledged it. But she was someone who was very mean to me and Ship. Very mean to Ship. And we found out the other day that she passed away. I'm not sure what happened. Of course, it's very sad, and I'm very sad for her family and for her friends. Absolutely. But yeah, this was like a big issue for Ship. Like the way that she went at her. It was kind of scary for a while, actually. But
I mean, but at the end of the day, you don't wish anybody dies.
I don't wish death upon anybody. I don't want, and to kind of bounce off of that, like when I was talking earlier about some of the people that I engage with doing some things, like, y'all can't be doing that shit. Like, you can't lower like, and I get how you get there. And I said this in a live. I was live with a couple people the other day saying it, but it was a private live. So there weren't very many people that were in there, Well,
I'm sure it was being recorded though.
I'm sure, but I just kind of said, I get why you would feel the need to do those things, right? Like, I'm not proud of, putting the link to the Dropbox in my bio. I was just sick of, after months and months and months of being told anything, I cared too much about proving that I didn't have anything. Like, it just bothered me really bad to be like falsely accused over and over and over again and have horrible things done and said to you, that I felt the need to overprove, which is just so stupid. It didn't go anywhere. But like, I'm seeing people that are like, you can't play the same game with them. Otherwise, like, what are you doing? Then you can't cry when it happens to you. You can't be upset when it happens to you.
Right.
And I've been trying like hard to stay out of like the little stupid drama. Like, yeah, I'll talk about it. And there's nothing wrong with talking about it. Y'all are putting it out there super publicly. People are going to talk about it.
Right.
But as far as like engaging in back and forth bullshit videos on TikTok, like, I'm not the one right now. I just don't.
I mean, and that's the hypocrisy from Adam that I found right toward the end, right before I left, when he blocked me for no reason.
Zero reason. Like, his whole thing was that we thought we were so arrogant that the only way to get his voice out there was on our show. No, dude, you were doing it to us, and we wanted to have a conversation with you.
That's it.
Because you've been on the show before. I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends.
Exactly. I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends. I mean, he'd hit me up about everything else, and I always responded to him. And then it's because of who I associate with, which is Joe Campbell. But all his new friends that hate us,
Right.
that
They've
used
all
to
done
hate
the
him,
same shit.
they're all friends with Misfit, who put out both of our houses
Right.
and Dana's job.
Step-by-step instructions
And
on
that's
how to
okay. So
report her.
you can associate with those fuckers,
Right.
Swede and all those guys that love Misfit because they're always up in his
Yep.
Instagram comments. So I see it, and that's okay. And he knows that we got doxxed.
Mm-hmm.
Adam does.
Yeah.
Like full on dox. I'm not just using the term dox. I'm talking about legit malicious intent.
Oh yeah.
Job being put out that's not public information. It's nowhere on the internet.
Right.
And so, and then I, then like right before I left, I caught him and with trolls that he
Right, when,
didn't
like, the whole thing
either.
started over that.
So
Like, never, ever, ever do we have the ego that, like, our show is some big, like, Joe Rogan type show. Like, good God, we do a podcast on YouTube because we genuinely like doing it.
right.
It's fun. I love doing
Well,
that.
we do got a little bit more freedom of speech over here, and I would like to
Right.
exercise my freedom of speech here real quick. Adam, get fucked. You're a little bitch.
Oh, okay.
That's what Adam is.
Do you feel better?
Adam's a little bitch, and if he'd like to come on this show like a man and actually talk and let me know what the fuck I did, do it.
Fair enough.
I know he won't.
No.
Because he's a bitch. He's going to hide behind his little private accounts that he always does. He's going to hide behind his lives and his new buddies and, text, well, come on over here to TikTok. No, come over here.
Well, their biggest complaint is that they feel that anytime, what did that say? Someone sent me a clip, or what the fuck was it? That they feel that we constantly talk over them. And it's like, okay, everybody talks over everybody when they're debating, arguing, whatever. But like,
Here's
if
the deal.
that's the biggest complaint, like I will genuinely do my best to not do that. And I apologize if people feel that I do that. It's just how I talk. I'm not trying to. But
Well, Adam can make the rules. Plain and simple. If Adam wants to come on here and talk some shit, and he wants to make rules like 5 minutes him, 5 minutes me, like whatever.
right. Well, like even like
He can
Louise
make the
said,
rules.
like set a timer and take notes. Like, I mean, that's how you have to do it in court. When when someone's up there bitching about you and saying all kinds of horrible crap about you. But like, I do want to know what I did that was so atrocious, and he had said, well, she made a video about me, but you made one about me first. I was just
I didn't make
responding.
any videos about him.
And you literally did nothing because you
I
were
actually-
already gone. You were
No,
already gone off the
it
app,
was like
weren't you?
right at the end when he blocked me for no reason. And that's
thought you
when
were
I
already
invited him on the podcast to come talk it out, and he was like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, it was like right before I left. And so, and that's the thing. I mean, I get like not everybody can face the people that they like or that they don't like now all of a sudden and tell, articulate what they did wrong. I get it.
Mhm.
Like, there's other people that are little bitches too, and all they do is block and then talk about how tough they are on the internet. White pony. And whatnot. So it is what it is.
You okay?
Yeah. I just got a lot to get off my chest.
Do you want a hug?
No, I'm tired of fucking cowards, man. And the funny thing is all these cowards.
I feel like me and you both are like losing all of our fucks, and that's like a dangerous place to be.
Well, that's why I left for a while because,
Yeah.
and I'm leaving permanently. But at the end of the day, it's like I get tired of fake motherfuckers
Mhm.
that when you do something wrong, supposedly, I don't know what the fuck I did. They can't confront you about it. Instead, is what they do is they block you like little bitches.
Right.
Yeah, White Pony, Katro,
Okay,
fucking
enough.
Adam.
Enough.
Fuck them all. I'm done with them all. Like, you know what? I can at least I can text them both and all of them. If I have two of the three numbers. I've tried to reach out to them. They can all get fucked. I don't care. At least I can do it in public forum.
Geez, Scrappy, I think Tex like jumped on the bandwagon with you. Are we doing therapy tonight?
Yeah, why not?
I just don't want to do like too much therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you
Yeah.
need right? Like he's even got me popping on this med. So like, we're only 20 minutes in. Jesus. No, but I mean, I feel you on it. Like I do.
I'm just done, man. Like at the end of the day, like I mean, I can if somebody did me wrong, I can confront them face to face or phone if I can't get to them face to face. I don't have to take the cowardly act, especially when like somebody's invited to our wedding and personally invited and whatnot, and then all of a sudden randomly I'm blocked.
Yeah.
And I can't. I don't know what the hell I did.
Well, it's
And to
probably
me, it's a
nothing.
coward.
Like
And then
I
the
mean,
same person
we know
goes
what it
on.
is. Like
Well,
we
then the
know
same person goes on TikTok and talks about how tough they are and how weak everybody is. And oh, you guys act like all tough on TikTok. And bro, you're not any better.
no.
Thank you.
No. And maybe like that's like I keep on wondering like when that flip is gonna like flip over again to where like I start getting into all of it and like I'm like and doing my little clappicky things and it's like I just don't fucking care. And a lot of it just it's so petty. And I'm not saying that I didn't do it. I did. Like I'm totally owning how damn petty I was and how involved I would get.
We were petty verbally.
But it's right. But now it's like, if y'all won't even stop when they're like, it's not about winning. Like, what the hell is anybody trying to win with this? Like, some of y'all, even like my mutuals, y'all aren't stopping after they've called your fucking job. Like, they're fucking with your livelihood. It doesn't matter who wins anymore. If you're willing to sacrifice your livelihood and your things like that for social media, that's a problem.
That's why I got off that app because I'm not willing to sacrifice it.
Right. And that's why, like, I mean, I'm staying on there. I enjoy being on there. I enjoy being on there for different reasons and different algorithms that aren't drama talk. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a nosy bitch. I love drama talk. And I go and I hang there.
At the end
And
of
I
the
can
day,
own
like,
that and I can acknowledge that, but nobody else wants to own it. They want to
we
be like,
acknowledge that even the people
it's
that
real life issues. I get that it's real life issues, y'all, but you're also posting it everywhere. So like it can't be that serious.
well, and can we be real? Like in all honesty, even the people that claim like they hate drama, they're fucking sucked into this shit too. They love
Yeah.
it. Everybody loves it.
Yes.
This is why drama sells on the damn TV.
And if it's not that they love it, like they enjoy
Oh,
it,
they
that,
do.
like, but then it's also like even when I wasn't enjoying it, it was the overwhelming need, right? To be like, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Like what they're saying about me isn't true. What the hell? Like, why are they doing that? Who cares? Like I just got to a point where I was like, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, even like with my medical stuff, right? I've shown my whole entire my chart with diagnoses. I have shown me going to the hospital. I have shown me getting scans. All of them say Ehlers-Danlos syndrome on it. Like, even then, it's the same shit. It didn't fix anything.
Right.
It didn't solve anything. They didn't stop. If anything, it got worse and continued and continued, and it's still going on. But the difference is I just don't let it anymore. I don't let it. And if I'm going to play again, if I decide to jump in the ring and start playing around again, I really can't complain if someone takes it to a certain extent. They shouldn't. But I'm also engaging with people like we know they do this.
Right.
Why fuck with them? Why even do anything?
Yeah. No, I
Prove
mean,
you're right. And then what? Lose your job? Cool. The internet still doesn't believe you. And now you lost your job.
right.
And some people will say that like that's kind of like a bitch move is to back down. But at the same time, I think it's you have
Well,
to
that's
be
what was, and
strong and
that's what
smart enough to
was,
know when to walk away.
that's what was happening with me with the whole fucking Paris lion bullshit.
Mhm.
And them demanding this polygraph test. I'll absolutely take one.
And then
The
they just
problem is,
stopped saying anything to you though when you agreed.
well, no, is what they did is they said, we don't care if you pass or fail the polygraph, we still believe her.
That's
What
right.
the fuck's the point of taking it?
Right.
I
Right.
mean, if taking it won't change your mind that I'm telling the truth and that she's lying, then I'm not taking it. Like, then there's no point in it. I was going to take it to prove my innocence, and I absolutely will.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, if you're not even going to believe it, then what's the point of doing it? What, for song and dance?
Right.
I'm not going to make content for you. And so, because I know that I would have passed that thing with flying colors. I mean, to have that thing over your head is like, yeah. Who's this? A bitch moved to who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, because I said, like, walking away, some people would consider that like a bitch move, but it's
Oh,
really not. It's just knowing when to engage and like when not to engage. I guess I'm not saying like don't defend yourself, don't clap back, but like at the same time, we know what they're
well,
doing. We know what they're
yeah, but
gonna
that's what they were
do.
trying to do was get me to take polygraph, and they were going to pay for it.
Mhm.
Cool. Like, I have no issues doing that. Would have absolutely done it. And then they had like all these like, only they're going to get the results. I'm not even allowed to get my own
Right.
results of my polygraph. And then even if I pass it and it shows me not lying, they still not going to believe me. So it was like, okay, so what's the point?
I loved the part about you not even getting the results.
Yeah,
Telling me they couldn't. I'm like, why? So you can alter them? Like,
exactly. Yeah, it seemed like a huge setup to me. So I was just like, fuck it.
and
I'm not
like,
doing
yeah,
it.
I get it. Like, because people are always like, well, Kat, why don't you say anything about text? Because I was like there. I
Right.
wasn't there,
He called you the
but I
next
was
morning.
there.
He called you
Like,
the
I
next morning.
received multiple FaceTimes about this. Like, I talked to both of them in group FaceTimes all day, every day. So I just know now if she regrets it after the fact, okay, I understand that. But
Hey,
just
here's the
because
thing,
you
like, it
regret something
legitimately,
after the fact doesn't make it against the law.
right. And the whole thing never happened. And that's the thing that's irritating. Like,
No, I
it's not
meant
that
like
she was,
regrets like her relationship
oh,
with
well, that's
you
on
is
her.
what I meant.
She shouldn't have been cheating on her husband. I mean, Dana and I have been together for a year and a half now. I've lived here, what, 9 months now?
Mhm.
June of last year or July of last year when I moved out here. And she can attest how many times I've even touched her while she's sleeping.
Right.
Like, I don't
But
do it.
here's the thing, like
We've been together. We've been drunk. We've been obviously high of weed. That's legal here in Michigan. Uh,
legal.
yeah. And have never done it. And I'm marrying her.
Right.
So I'm what?
Well, and that part right there. It's the same disputes over and over and over and over again. It's the same thing over. There's nothing new.
Right.
It's just it's always the same, like, 2 or 3 things, and it just gets recycled and repeated and repeated and repeated, and I really don't understand. Because we're never gonna agree.
Right.
We're never gonna, like it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna, like, magically come together and be like, "Save the world." But there should be, like, lines in the sand that we should all be able to agree on regardless of the fact on if we, like or don't like each other.
Right.
But unfortunately, with some of these people, there are no lines in the sand. There are no lines in the sand.
I mean,
Like, it still really
what
blows
up,
my
Doug?
mind that, like, all of the whiteboard stuff and all of that stuff all stemmed from,
It's this part, Kathy.
like
It's
am I getting
legitimately
cut off?
this.
I think
This is
it's
why
all
it
the
keeps.
yes.
That's why
And then
Kathy is
people
on
freak
here.
out like it's like this breaking news, and I'm like, "Yeah, we've been doing this for, like, 3 years."
I know. I know. It just.
And I can't believe it took me 3 years to, like, be all the way over it,
Oh, I
right? Like,
did.
'cause
I
people
did
still send me
see.
videos, like, with the Mel'sville stuff and with the original group of people that don't like me, and I'm like,
Speaking.
"Whatever."
Speaking of, I
Speaking
did.
of, real quick before I forget, because I keep forgetting to tell you about this, and, like, part of me wants to make content with it, but, like, it would just be starting shit back over again, but talking about it is just different because 'cause we're having a conversation. Um, I was watching South Park last night, and there's the whole season with, like, those stupid member berries, which now, like, triggers me because of TikTok, and it makes me mad because it, like, ruins South Park for me, but the there is like a PC principal. I'll send you a clip because it's like there's like an internet troll. One of the kids' dads becomes like this famous internet troll and like trolls an entire country, and then the country like comes up with an idea to like track trolls online, and it's like insanely unconstitutional and like gives you like their home address and everything, and it totally reminds me of Mouseville because essentially that's what it is, right? Is like you're gonna get a troll, and that's the way that I've heard it last broken down.
Oh, they're
That it's
changing it?
yeah, like it's like there's still
Is that because
like
she's
there's not
tired?
this hierarchy thing anymore of like one person being held responsible for
Oh, I know
unredacted.
why. I know
Me
why. It's because
too.
she doesn't like being held accountable for her
Right.
followers' actions now all of a sudden
Right,
with
and
this
we
whole
can
thing.
hope that she's kind of learned from that. I hope.
She get over
But
it too.
from the newest or the most recent thing that I've been told about Mouseville is that, like, it's to find the anonymous accounts, the accounts that are saying, like, the really, really horrible things. They can just hide behind a fake account and say whatever they want, and, like, that's not okay. Okay, I feel you. I don't like that people do that either. However, they have the right to do that, and they have the right to privacy, and they have the right to anonymity. So, like, to make a law that makes it to where you can, like, find somebody and who like, that's so unconstitutional and opens up a
Well, I
whirlwind of
mean, at the
other
end of the
side
day,
issues.
do you really think even if this did become law and it was held up constitutionally, do you really think that like fucking police departments are going to put all their resources into a troll
No,
account to put in the financial resources to
no,
track people down, then
because
go
at the
across
end of the
state
day,
lines and
you
arrest
can fix the
them?
problem yourself by
Right.
getting off the internet.
Yeah, I mean, there's no requirement to be on the
It's I
internet.
mean, and it's horrible. It is. No one should be, like, berated off of a public platform. They shouldn't. They should be able to be there and exist. But at the same time, if they're gonna engage in that kind of content, you could do all kinds of different content. There's millions of different algorithms. You do anything you wanna do. You can be whoever you wanna be. So if you're choosing to engage in, messy talk and drama talk and all of that, I'm not saying that you deserve what happens, but you're knowingly engaging in it, knowing the potential of what could happen. You know that because you've seen it. You've seen the capabilities that some of these people have.
Right.
So, like, you can always just you can always just remove yourself from it. So, I don't
That's
think
her
that, like,
marketing
higher
strategy.
level legal systems are gonna wanna waste their time. I mean, it's not like a waste of time, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not top priority.
Right.
There's a whole lot of other crimes that are going on physically. I mean, there's how many kids go missing every hour, and we've been live for 33 minutes. So, like, how many kids just went missing since we've been live? There are other things that take precedence for police officers' time and three-letter agencies' time than dealing with somebody being really, really mean to you on the internet when you have the ability to just get off the internet.
Now your alarm is
Oh,
scaring
sorry,
me.
Kathy.
Good job.
I know, sorry. I ruin everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the same thing, Scrappy, like a fake troll account acting like me and going over to Gold Star Moms and
Oh my god, that was freaking that account was saying
some awful shit. Oh,
have they figured it out? Do you
oh
think
yeah,
is it like that obvious that like my alarm goes off
right.
and then I do this little number?
Gotta love it.
Man, I thought I was getting away with it. Thought I was getting away with it this whole time. My 8:30 alarm. It's that sweet spot, man.
You tried. You tried.
I just like well, because before I would either take them before the show, and then I was like sick halfway through the show and didn't enjoy it. And then if I take them after the show, then I
See,
can't sleep every time, Cat.
and Luis just says, just smoke.
Oh, I
Some more.
do. I do. Unfortunately, I still, Still need Big Pharma once in a while. I can talk a lot of shit about them, but I'm like, hey, low key, I still kind of need that to like survive. So if you could keep it coming. So everybody's flipping out. I wanted to talk about this because actually I saw Dana comment on it. And I have a differing opinion
Okay.
than a whole bunch of people online right now.
What's everybody flipping out?
Okay. Well, I mean, not everybody, but like it's like a normal thing that's going around. So the FDA now is getting involved with pharmaceutical decisions, right? They gave them the green light, and everybody's like, whoa, slow down. Like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
What they're doing, but this is what it's for, okay? What they want is for medications not to be used off label anymore, okay? So this is the way that the first person presented it. So if you have eczema, right? And I'm your dermatologist and I prescribe you a cream that works really good for eczema, but there's another cream that's actually designed to treat dermatitis, right? Not eczema, but works really good for eczema. I can't give that to you anymore because it's off-label use. So like that sounds bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me tell it to you this way. Now you're my doctor, okay? And I come in to see you and I'm in chronic pain. I'm in chronic pain so bad that I can't even get out of bed some mornings. And you don't want to give me what I need because of the stigma behind it. So now you're prescribing me gabapentin, Lyrica, which they're not formulated for pain. These drugs are made for seizures, not pain. So now you actually have to give me the meds that work. And you know my struggle with that because I've had doctors try to put me on everything besides pain medication. For years I've gone through that.
Dana just said gabapentin is for pain.
I thought gabapentin was originally to treat seizures.
It's also used for.
Is it FDA approved to treat pain?
Yeah. Why do we? We're doing this again. Now you rely on the FDA.
No, I don't agree with the FDA. All I'm doing is I'm playing devil's advocate for it. So in some situations, I see how
what you're doing is you're giving.
I don't like it, but then in other situations, it can be helpful.
See, here's where I'm at because at the end of the day, we
right,
can't
like Scrappy takes Prozac for hot flashes, so she wouldn't be able to get that anymore. I mean, you would just tell them that you're depressed or anxious or whatever because they could probably fix it. Neuropathy pain, right? So they could only give it to people for nerve pain.
No,
like I know a girl who got breast augmentation, plastic surgery. They gave her gabapentin. Why? Like that doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know everybody's medical history to be able to obviously answer these questions, but anytime you put
right, so I'm saying like it's good and bad, but I'm not saying like I worship the fucking FDA now, Tox. Jesus. Just because I agreed with one thing. Why are you just blankly staring at me now?
Because every time I try to talk, you just interrupt. So I'm waiting for you to stop.
Because I talk over you.
Are you good? You good? Okay. Here, I'll take it one step further. You're fucking muted. Oh, this is why we're best friends. Now here's the thing. At the end of the day, whether we like the doctor that prescribes us this medicine, they studied medicine. People in the FDA necessarily didn't. They're just high up ranking officials within the pharmaceutical companies that now want to take control of what the doctor's doing. So that's like telling a mechanic that they can't install parts, aftermarket parts on a car because GM said so. Yeah, that's fucked up. Like at the end of the day, the mechanic's the professional. The executives at GM are just that, executives. They probably never turned a wrench in their life. Same with the people in the FDA. They probably never seen a patient in their life. And if a doctor knows, this is why I don't like it when pharmacies take decisions out of the doctor's hands either. Because I've had that happen to me where I wanted a specific inhaler that the doctor prescribed me because I know it works, and a pharmacy overruled and wouldn't fill it because they wanted a different one for me.
Right.
Who's the doctor? The person that studied medicine and went to school for 15 years or 10 years, however long they go to school. Those people should be making the decisions. And the more we take it out of their hands, what good are they? This inches us closer to socialized medicine. Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah, Dana just said that in the comments.
Oh,
and I agree with you. I was just trying to play devil's advocate. I was just showing how
you said you didn't agree. You didn't say playing devil's advocate. And I get it. If you want to
showing
disagree,
a situation where like it benefits. There are certain situations where it benefits.
Well, you find a benefit for everything. That's the problem.
It's a marginalized community that it benefits.
Sure.
I mean, but
yeah, exactly, Doug. I mean, these doctors, I almost feel bad for doctors these days, and I hate
I totally do,
because I'm not a fan of doctors at all. But I do feel bad because
them all the time too.
Huh?
The DEA fucks with them all the time too.
Right. Yeah, and that's why for me, I'm like, why are we going to continue just to these doctors study this for a living?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if you don't like your doctor, hey, there's this thing called free will and freedom that you can go choose a different doctor. Like, and that's what I don't understand. It's like, if you have a doctor that's not willing to like listen and
mm-hmm.
communicate with it, but at the end, on the other side is they can't communicate now because everything's getting taken out of their hands. Yep. I mean, look at COVID. Look how quickly they shut every doctor down that was medically board certified to be a doctor, and they shut them down because they didn't agree with the COVID stuff. They're actually doing hearings on that right now with the former CDC director.
I've seen some of them. I put Ship Show on today while I was laying down.
And Twitter, like they were asking Twitter employee, one of the Twitter executives, like, where did you, do you have a medical degree? Mm-hmm. No, I don't. So you mean to tell me you quieted doctors down that have medical degrees, that are certified in this, that did study this, and you're going to shut their professionalism down because you politically didn't agree with them? That's where we're headed with medicine. And that is, in all honesty, our medicine here in America is already fucked as it is. The last thing we should be doing is turning it political. And it's already happened, unfortunately.
Well, yeah. And now the FDA is involved. I mean, it was greenlit, so like it's happened. Like I'm 99% sure that it was greenlit in regards to that. So like it doesn't worry me for myself, but then like thinking about it, it does worry me for, Elise, because I'm pretty sure that hers is not off label. But I know that coat
funny Reese's. This actually, I mean, I didn't cut my finger off, but what was it? New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve.
What?
It was one of those where I burned the shit out of my leg, and Dana was still sleeping because I spilled fresh hot coffee on my leg. I went up there. I was like, Dana, do you think this is a problem? Look at my leg.
I'm trying to find the article for it, and I can't.
Yeah, it was all right. It was just a burn.
It's making me mad. Dude, that burn on your leg was something serious. I was concerned for your life.
Oh, my life. Well,
your life.
Dana wasn't, so I wasn't. So
I thought you were gonna go septic.
Septic. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we probably have to go to the FDA and make sure that it's okay that I go septic, because that's where we're at anymore. Like, we got to go ask permission. Hey, are we allowed to be septic whenever I burn my leg? Like, is that?
I feel like I have to certain way.
Is that her or me? I think it's her. I think her internet's fucking up. I think your internet's fucking up.
It is. Is it okay now?
Now it is. You're back.
No. Am I back now?
Yeah.
Is it good? I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know.
My computer is hardlined.
It's probably because you moved spots. You shouldn't have moved spots.
I did move. I'm a little bit further away from the modem. but the
Also,
modem is still right there, and I'm hard-lined into the modem.
I think it was Scott wanted to know what the zebra print is.
What? It's a blanket.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, it
It's a
was
zebra one and then an alien one. It's on my blankets.
text is good, but cat went sketchy.
Yeah, I have been. It's been like every show.
I should tell you what our kids tell us. You should get better internet.
There's better internet.
I don't know. That's what they tell us whenever they're glitching, or what do they call it?
Lagging.
Lagging.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
When they're lagging,
Done
it's
with
we need better
that.
internet.
Lagging. Oh, I gotta get a hold of Scrappy tonight. I
Couple
need to know
weeks
what
ago, the internet went
difference
like
between a 504 and an IP is. Scrappy, if you're still in here.
we the other night we were laying down going to bed, and all of a sudden we hear footsteps going up and down the steps, like all mad. And it was one of the kids that they were pissed that we had an internet outage, like the whole area was out. And and they're like, get better internet. The whole internet's out. Like the whole thing.
I feel like they don't understand how internet works.
They
Like they
don't.
just think it's always been a thing and that it's just this magic thing.
Luis
Oh, I
says-
don't have a choice.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't have a choice. It's
right,
because
Andy?
I wanted to know what the difference was. Like my little girl has an IEP, but my son doesn't qualify for an IEP, but he does qualify for a 504. So
Yeah,
he's
right.
a little he's a little hyper. He's a little hyper, that one.
Scott, we should get him a rotary phone.
Right. Like I wish that we could get him like the rotary phone and like dial up for a day. I wish that there was a way to do that just for them to experience dial up internet. And then
For
oh
20
no, and
minutes just to
then
get on the internet.
once they're finally logged in, right? And they're playing their game, go and tap on their shoulder and be like, hey, your mom needs to make a phone call, so I need you to get off the internet.
No, remember if you didn't know somebody was on the internet and you just picked up the phone, it would
And it
cut
was
them
like,
off.
yeah, it would drop them completely. Oh,
So you don't
man.
even have to ask them. You just pick up the phone. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you're on. Well, now you can get off because. So
or even just
504
having to share a home phone, like, and you'd be
Oh
on the
my
phone,
God.
and your parents would
When
pick
the
up the
cord
phone and
was
start
wrapped around,
dialing.
and the cord is all the way across in the other room, so you can have some
Yes.
privacy. Yeah.
I used to like go around the corner and like sit by my fridge with my light up phone. I thought I was so cool. My extra long cord talking to boys. 504 is geared towards ensuring a student has. Yes.
Oh, equitable.
Okay. Yeah. The way that it was explained to me is like it's going to level the playing field for him.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
like
Doug.
I'm like I'm very anti, like not anti, but I feel personally. So don't
Oh
lose
boy.
your shit on me.
Oh, we're losing it.
That ADHD is overdiagnosed. I feel like me and Ship talked a little bit about this on a Cat's Corner episode, to where like certain things become trendy. When it comes to mental illness, and really even now that like I'm really far into sick talk more than drama talk, it's big in like the physical illness community as well. So when I first knew, that he was a little hyped up, I didn't want to go like nuts with it, but now he's struggling to the point where he's vocalizing that like it's really hard for him, and that like he doesn't like. Okay, cool. So I can do the same thing as like my IEPs, because I used to bring an advocate until I got to know the IEP system enough to where, and like the school that they go to is incredible. I have no issues. Like they honor my daughter's IEP and then some. So like my old school district that I was in, it was a constant fight, and IEP days I used to dread, and now I enjoy IEP days. But he's like, like my son can't sit still. It's a physical
I mean, but like in all
impossibility.
honesty, as somebody
But
that
it's
has
starting to bother him where he's having like emotional regulation issues, and that's why we need to do something for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
Have
just
a good Bible study.
bye, Annie. Yeah. I mean, I just think like as somebody that has three boys, like boys in general are just all hyper, especially at
Mm-hmm.
their son's age. And then not only that, I mean, like let's be honest, in public school system is not designed for boys. Like it just isn't. That's why they don't thrive as good as what they typically as ladies do. It's just guys in general aren't designed to be just sitting down in a classroom setting. We're like typically usually hands on.
Yeah.
Is there outliers? Of course there are. I'm not saying that every guy is this way, but like for the most part, I mean, I think this is why guys typically like, especially when they get to high school and can get into some sort of shop or mechanics or woodworking or something with their hands. Those kind of kids, like that's what happened with my son. My oldest is as soon as he hit high school and he was able to start welding and stuff, like it was
Mm-hmm.
like a rocket ship for his education. And so now that's what he does for a living and in college is mechanics. So I just
So that's why I'm excited for like him to get old enough to do sports, because I think sports is really going to help keep him focused as well and get out that energy. And then if he falls in love with the sport, right? Like you got to maintain good grades. But I was shocked, Tex, when I went in there and saw his grades. Like that kid's rocking it. Like
in
rocking it.
all
His
honesty,
grades
based on
are
the report
great.
and the report that you got today from him, he might not be challenged enough.
And that's what they're
And it makes him
wondering.
bored. And so then that's when, and instead of like seeing if he's being challenged enough or not being challenged enough, I mean, Dana's daughter's kind of this way. Like she goes through things so much and she's in middle school.
Right.
And she's so smart that she gets bored and then boredom sets in on any kid, doesn't matter what
Mm-hmm.
gender you are. And all of a sudden you start being a troublemaker. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what all kids do.
Yeah, but
And
he's got
so,
he has well
yeah,
they did do like an IQ range, and he scored extraordinarily high for his age bracket.
see if you can get them in the gifted and talented.
But like his energy becomes like the way that he explains it is he said, "Mom, even if someone's across the room, if they're tapping on a desk, he can hear it super loud, people whispering it,
Yeah.
and it distracts him from what he needs to do." And he's developed like his own little coping mechanisms. Unfortunately, one of them is making really weird facial movements. So it's almost like a tick now where he'll go, or he'll go, like he makes like these like
Oh, I know.
big
I've seen them.
faces when he's trying to like regulate. That's the only time that he does it, is when he's trying to like chill himself out and regulate. But the way that he explained it to me tonight, he's like, I just can't anymore. I can't do it myself anymore. And then I'm going to get in trouble. And I don't want to get in trouble. I just want to go to school and be happy at school. But I need everyone else to stop. Like I asked him what he needed, and he wanted to be in his own room. Well, we can't do that. And if he's that, and then his teacher had said,
Why not? They
I
get
know that the
they get litter boxes
diagnosis gets
now.
moved around a lot, but she was like, this kid is like, she's like, this
So
is
you
like
mean to
textbook
you mean
ADHD.
to you mean to tell me that we can accommodate somebody, a child that thinks that they're a cat and get them a litter box, but we can't
Yeah.
accommodate Neil to have his own room so he can actually pass tests?
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. But we came up with some other ideas
What?
today. Also like a remedy that they used a lot before medication, is Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah,
Is
I heard it
to
works better.
give him caffeine to
Yeah.
bring him down and to help regulate. Because essentially that's, I mean,
Oh,
if we
yeah.
decide to go the medication route,
What about that?
see, that's what, yeah, I brought that up today. I was just gonna say that. And they said that he could bring a pair in. And now with the 504, because we started the 504 today, he will get so like different timing. So like if the teacher gives you an hour for a test, right? Neil can do it in like 5-minute increments. Neil can push pause where the other kids can't. So if they set a timer for an hour and Neil's there for, 10 minutes and he raises his hand, he can go and take a break and go out of the class, walk around, shake it off, whatever, and then come back in
As he gets
and
older,
then start his clock.
this could end up being one of his issues too.
Yes,
To watch
that's
out for.
yes, he says that too. Because he can't focus. He's like, I feel like I'm dumb. But when they remove him from everything, he does like exceedingly well.
Hey, does the does
And
does
the
the
school even said
FDA
it would work with the caffeine too. Like if I decided to go the caffeine route over meds first, that we would keep Mountain Dew at school for him.
right?
And that he would get to come down halfway through the day and drink, a
But
glass of it.
does the FDA approve of the Mountain Dew, or
I don't.
how does that work?
I think that would be considered
Could
an
you look to the
off-label.
FDA
Yeah,
to
that's
see
an
if
off-label. That's an off-label use.
exactly? See, so you might not be able to do it, Kat. Like, see, your agreement's already backfiring on you.
I didn't say, oh my effing God. I was just trying to show a situation where I know.
It's not my FDA, it's
And
Kat's.
he will not let this down for at least a month going forward. Anything that the FDA does going forward, he's going to text it to me and be like, you still agree with him?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I've been attacked by plenty of friends for being a full-on 100% anti-vaxxer. And their sources were all the FDA and CDC, and now they're anti-vaxxers, which is weird.
Hey.
So yeah, I rub it in their face every fucking chance I get to, because these are people like, oh, I don't trust the government, and then their sources were the government, and I'm like, how does that work? How do you like not trust the government and then provide a government resource? Like,
you can't. You can't. Did you see that Fauci paid out
yeah,
$9 million effing dollars? Like, why is not that all
I heard he
over
got
the
a
place?
$400 million kickback.
But it was like these people had a certain opinion until they had a phone call with Dr. Fauci, and then they changed their mind and they got a $9 million.
Well, because he personally got like a $400 million kickback, so $9 million to give to people to shut up ain't nothing for him. And he was already the highest government employee too, on top of it. He made more than the president of the United States.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, Tex.
Well, speaking of, it's your turn to send this out on a
My
positive
head's
note.
messing up.
Oh, convenient.
We just got to give it a second. No, it really is.
No, I'm just messing.
Because it pops up. It's popping up. Connection is unstable.
Oh,
why is
boy.
my connection unstable? Is it? Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
Oh man. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
You can't. See, you're not like reacting to me, so I feel like I'm frozen.
No, I see you and I hear you. Can you not see me or hear me?
All right. No, I
Can you hear me?
can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's better now. Like it was only like one little, like I waited because like it's showing and now it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's showing up on my screen weird. All right. I don't have anything.
Well, you got to.
I know, and I don't know why I just don't think of shit before the show and have facts. Trust the FDA. No, I'm just joking. My only positive thing to leave out in advice is that everybody needs to stop sweating the small stuff.
And quit being a bitch.
Quit being a bitch. If you want to have conversations with people, have conversations with people. If you don't, just stop. Just be done. Have your conversations, or just shut the fuck up.
And I can tell you from like Kat's side for sure, and I know my side 100%. Like we're always up for having conversations. I mean, how many people have we beefed with and then had conversations with became good with, not besties with, but we became good with, and I'll try to understand each other's side. Exactly.
Some
And just do what
people,
Louise says. Smoke a blunt, relax. Tomorrow's a new day. Like, I like that.
you also have to realize that some people just don't want it to be good. And you're waiting around for an opportunity that's never going to happen. They're never going to sit down. They're never going to have the conversation with you because they know that if they do that, it would need to be resolved. And then they would have nothing to do afterwards because they have nothing to do without it.
Right.
He better Venmo me over so I can get some better internet up in this bitch, apparently. I have to mess with my modem. It's ever since I moved, but
Yeah.
like I like my little nook and I ain't moving out of here.
James,
This is
she's
my
getting a Venmo because she agreed with the FDA.
I agreed with the FDA. We're sponsored. Tonight's episode is
No, we're
sponsored by
not.
them.
I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, I can say it tonight. So everybody, tomorrow, don't forget that tomorrow night, Friday, because tonight is Thursday.
On
The
the
new
right day.
episode of Cat Sick Kids Club will be available on Freedom Fam underneath the videos tab.
All right. And with that said, we
Sorry,
will
I
be,
didn't have some big motivational thing.
it's all good.
I don't
We
have
will be back Tuesday. And appreciate you guys. Love y'all and have a great weekend.